Hey guys, it's the Drowning Pools podcast.
86.
86. We're getting up there.
Yeah, that one.
Have you guys ever, just had a really huge urge to just eat a big bug?
I don't get that for big bugs, but I get that for ants.
Really?
Yeah,
Eat them?
Like, my mom, she used to live in France when she was younger, and apparently they, dip ants in chocolate or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
so,
I have heard of chocolate-covered ants.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to try that, but never gotten around to it.
I think, when you say big bug, how big are we talking?
I'm talking, a
size of your palm?
A fucking thick-ass centipede the size of your arm.
You know what?
Just take a big, crunchy bite out of it.
I was going to say, I wouldn't, not raw, not just taking a bite out of it, but
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to say, once they get to, rodent size, I'm like, can you cook those?
Yeah.
And then, at that point, I'll be like, yeah, maybe.
Let me
I'll
answer
eat
that question for literally everything on Earth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can
Can
cook
I eat
those.
this? Can I cook this and eat it? Hell yeah, you can. You can eat anything. Have you seen that fucking... I don't know if he's probably not even fucking alive anymore. That dude who was in the Guinness Book of World Records for just kind of eating anything.
Oh, yeah, didn't he have,
the iron
extra
stomach dude?
acidic stomach acid?
Yeah, because he would eat, airplane parts and bikes and shit and all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah.
It'd be really funny is if he died from, cancer from McDonald's cheeseburger or something.
Yeah, right, yeah. Something anybody could eat.
I mean, hold on. Let me preface that with, obviously don't want anyone to die, but it'd be really ironic.
Not
Yeah.
not anyone. There are some people who can go, but that guy seems pretty nice. If he's just a fucking guy who eats stuff.
Eats things.
Did I ever tell you guys about, what I say to all the people at work?
What's that?
Because, some of them, I don't want them to have a nice day, so I just say drive safe, and if I really don't like them, I don't even say that. It's, the most passive-aggressive shit I can get away with.
Drive safe, you piece of shit. It's almost like a threat. Drive safe. And then you, chase them down.
I don't know, some people I just don't want them to have a good day, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just fuck you, no. But,
Man. I don't have that kind of spite in my body.
I mean, I usually just don't say anything. When somebody leaves, they say, alright, see you later, man. If I don't like them, I just don't say anything. I'm just why would I even acknowledge your existence?
to my friends, I yell, get the
I
fuck
don't-
out.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of spite.
I know you don't, Cameron.
I just don't.
You should try it, it's fun.
It's look, I can yell at you, but as soon as I finish yelling, I'm like, all right, man, that was a good game, or whatever the fuck I need to say.
All right. I'm sure.
Once it's
I'm
out of
sure
my-
eventually I'll find the thing that you just have nothing but ire for.
Disdain for.
Yeah.
Let's keep
I'm sure
talking
it's
about
out there.
Sonic X again.
Cameron loves Sonic
is great.
X.
That's it's my favorite show.
You know what, man? I was thinking about Sonic X the other day, and I didn't even throw up. So progress.
Jesus.
Progress, yeah.
I think that says more about you.
Well, we're getting there with you, Deshaun. We're getting there.
Those games are still bad though. Well, the first one, Adventure.
You talking
I
about
don't know
Rocket
about
Mouth
that one.
Sonic?
Yeah. Weird ass. Wow. Yeah.
Oh my god. At the time, that must
Never-
have looked cool, but now it is just the
Yeah.
best for being stupid.
I'm pretty sure as a kid I was completely blown away by Chaos's effects and shit, the water effects. I was totally yo, this is awesome, but now it's wow.
Yo, the ability to just run on a wall was
Yeah.
cool.
Didn't really matter if it felt good to run on that wall at all or anything, but just
No,
the
it was
ability
just the
to-
fact that you were
just the
doing it.
ability to do it.
And while sprinting, you just press down and you turn into a ball.
It's all there. It's just
It's-
poorly executed.
But who knew what poorly executed was as a child?
Right, exactly.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Sonic Team has a great idea of what poorly executed is. Because
yeah.
they've been knocking it out of the park in that regard for the last 20 years.
Why is Sonic Team so bad at making Sonic games? It's kind of all they do.
I don't know. I think it's because they always rush everything. They start getting it kind of okay, and then it's
they rush it. It's the
Oh,
idea is solid, and then they just kind of rush through everything, the whole process.
it's almost as if the actual makers of the game, the devs, They're like making the game like, oh, it's coming along. Here's the prototype we have. Okay, we need it out next week. Wait, what?
Yeah.
There was a Game Grumps joke like that where it was like, man, they were talking about Sonic Boom, and they were like, man, this game's gonna be great once we finish the character models. Oh, the game's already out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Fucking.
You know,
See how it goes.
I feel like that happened to some devs from publishers.
Oh,
at some
100%.
point.
Fucking whatchamacallit just got put out. Golden Axe
right.
just got put
Golden Axe.
got put out, and they were like, "Oh, I guess they just kind of put out Golden Axe. Whoops." This Golden Axe thing we made that was horrible and awful for everybody involved.
And wasn't supposed to be put out even.
Yeah. Yeah, they literally do that.
That's so stupid.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up because, like, Sega has been, like, kind of... You know, there's been a lot of goodwill with Sega lately. You know, they've been doing a lot of stuff to kind of... They're not porting some games that people want, but for the most part, they're not really being dicks about anything. You know, they're letting you stream stuff pretty freely. They let fans make Sonic Mania, and it was amazing. You know, they have, like, the best... Well, they had the best Twitter account until that guy moved on to bigger and better things. But... This was just a bad move.
I haven't seen any posts from that Twitter account lately.
It's because it's boring now. It's just
Fair
not
enough.
the same, man. The guy who was running it before was funnier.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job.
Yeah. That's why he got promoted to some massive, super important job.
Yeah. You know the funniest thing about when he left, though, was the fact that he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I just took a risk and, like, was like, yeah, I'll take this
Yeah,
job.
he said fucking
I had no
do it
idea.
for it, yeah.
I have no idea how to do this job. I'll do it.
I mean, like, especially with social media jobs, it seems like that's, like, the best way to go about it, because...
Just fucking go for it, yeah.
And, like, just be you. I mean, obviously he wasn't being him, but, like, just be unabashed in what you're doing.
Yeah. Kind of acknowledge, like, hey, I'm running a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account. Let's not be too serious about shit here.
Yeah. Like, it's okay. We remember Sonic 06 too, and we don't want to.
Right.
Like, that kind of shit.
It's like, hey, look at this weird fan art. Like, acknowledge the parts of Sonic, you know, that
everybody knows.
Yeah, like, don't act like it doesn't exist. Because if you only focus on the games, then what you got? A pile of shit.
You don't even have chili dogs. What's the point?
What? The last time I saw Sonic eat a fucking chili dog was in Sonic... Not in the Black Knight, because I think I saw him do it after that.
The only time I've seen it, like, recently is Sonic Boom.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I can't remember, but I think it probably was.
I don't think I've seen him in a game eat a chili dog.
He did eat it in... It might have actually been Sonic Boom, the game.
Okay.
At the very least, they mentioned it. The only reason I know is because
Gotcha.
I watched way too much of the Game Grumps playthrough. By that, I mean all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That show was good, though.
Show was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard a lot of really funny... Like, I've seen a lot of really funny lines from the show.
I actually, like... I sat down and watched probably 1 or 2 seasons or however much there is of it. Like, I watched a good bit of it, and it was all pretty funny, so...
Like, the stories herself obviously made for children.
Right.
Therefore, not that great.
It's essentially Sonic Twitter, the TV show.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, all the funny jokes are Sonic Twitter.
Yeah.
But then you have to have a story for children as well, so...
And you know what? It's one of the few shows to not be horribly cringy when it uses a meme. It like, weaves it into a joke pertaining to Sonic better than, like, other shit that just has the meme, and that's it. Like the fucking Powerpuff Girls show just having Megusta in there in fucking, like, 2018 or whenever the fuck it came out. You know? So.
Sure.
It's also the only show to acknowledge that Shadow is probably the most powerful being in this whole fucking series. Just kind of casually beating everybody up all the time because he can teleport and stop fucking time.
I mean, how are you going to fight that?
Like, that doesn't really matter how fast you are or how, I don't know, accurate your robot's bullets are. You know, you're...
Chaos control.
It's pretty broken. Oh well. They should make a Shadow the Hedgehog 2 game and just lean into it and make it like
Oh my god,
Sonic Twitter
yes.
game.
I unironically had so much fun with Shadow the Hedgehog when it came out.
Bro, like, I want to like that game so much because it's kind of what I want from a Shadow game, just being totally, like, edgy and insane, you know? but it just plays like shit, you know.
Yeah, I didn't really remember how we were all like talking about like games not really mattering how they looked. That was me because I was like 10 and I was just like, oh, this game moves when I fucking touch the controller. I guess this is a good game.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, yeah. But like, I played it. God, I want to say like 6 years ago when I was still in high school because I was like, oh yeah, I still have this game. Let's play it. And I was just like, wow, this is fucking awful. Like.
But you know what? I was always bummed because I never had a GameCube to play it on. But I had a buddy who owned the game. So every time I go to his house, I would just stay there for like 8 hours and play like all of the game. Because I wouldn't be able to play it when I go home and not see him for like a week, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking miserable. I like it. I just having like a Shadow thing because I was so hype on Shadow at the time as a kid.
I think,
Shadow.
ironically, the cool thing about it was that there were guns.
Yeah, it was
like it wasn't even realistic guns. It's like you shoot somebody.
yeah,
and
like
they're still
big
fucking
super
alive,
soakers
but-
and shit.
Yeah, but like still, it was fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
They should lean into it more next time. They should just They should just commit to making a good game.
They should just make a fucking porno with Shadow in it. Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, they kind of already did that. It's called
It's that square to fuck.
It's that weird Sonic Underground. Well, not Sonic Underground. What's it called? Sonic.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
the movie collection.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's
yeah, the Sonic Games collection or whatever. Yeah, they already
Yeah,
did that
that's
shit
it.
with all them.
called. That whole thing is so fucked up.
What do you mean? They just leaked some stuff Sega didn't want to get out. You know. That's all it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, it definitely wasn't a fan game.
Happens all the time. I need to play that. I might play that on stream just because I was thinking about that the other day. That'd be fun. Just to go
Have
back to
fun.
that.
I
Nightmare.
may not tune into that one.
Well, it's not that bad. It's just weird. It's just a
very weird.
It's just a mind trip, which I enjoy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, enough
So what you
about
guys do this
Sonic
week?
the fucking Hedgehog. What did you do, Cameron?
I played a bunch of different games. I watched a shit ton of stuff. Let's just start with Phasmophobia. Fuck that game.
The hell's Phasmophobia?
It's like some co-op.
Phasmophobia?
Phasmophobia. I call it Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah,
Ooh, a
because
girl
I
named
always say
Phasmophobia.
motherfuck.
Oh, I see.
I fucking hate scary games, guys.
I really wasn't sure what you were doing playing that game. I was like, somebody must have asked me to play that.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my. Like I have there's a clip on Twitch that I need to put on Twitter. I get killed once in the game, just once, and I fucking curl into the ball. I don't even know what the death animation looks like because I fucking looked away from the TV and just died. I hate scary games so much.
Who asked you to play it then?
A group of friends of mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like
They probably just needed like an extra person or something, and they're like, well, I guess Cameron.
Well,
Even
they're
though he
like,
doesn't like scary things. You
So-
know, we need another
so there's-
person.
there's someone else in the group who's also terrified of games or of scary things, right? But he presses pause whenever something starts scaring him, or like tries to stop the
Wow.
game. I'm the kind of person who like I'll be scared, but I'll keep playing the game.
Yeah.
So I'm in there just like, yo, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I fucking hate this game. This game's stupid. Why the fuck are we in this house? God.
Yeah.
I really gotta play Resident Evil 7 with you.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
no.
Yes,
No.
yes.
Fuck that.
Resident
No.
Evil just- it's such a good
No,
game.
I am not playing the game with the giant guy with the fucking baseball bat in the car.
That is awesome though. That whole bit is probably the most fun bit in the whole game. He just starts driving around the car. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it.
That is really cool. But like,
That's why he should have been in Marvel vs. Capcom instead of any of the Resident Evil characters.
I absolutely hate games that do jump scares with suspense.
Oh yeah, he was full of it too.
Like I can handle the occasional jump scare. It's still gonna scare me, but I can handle that. But it's the suspense.
Actually,
plus
I think
the spooky stuff.
like that game is creepy and scary, but I think like once you get deep enough in the game, you kind of stop feeling like the fear. You know,
start playing the game.
you start becoming more goal oriented because they start handing you stuff like, hey, you know, here's what you need to do. You know, and once you start to kind of understand the house, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not really that scared of this shit anymore. Even if I
Right.
even I was pretty creeped out in the beginning when I thought it was like weird ghost shit. But knowing Resident Evil, I knew it wasn't gonna be ghost shit. So in the back of my head, I'm like, well, there's a scientific explanation for all of this, clearly.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I can handle this, you know.
I can't handle any game where there's a hide feature to hide in like a locker.
Oh yeah. Well, this doesn't really. You don't really have to use that much in this. Like the hiding shit in this is kind of like only with Jack mostly, and like one kind of like. Because there's not too many enemies in the game that are like just invincible or anything that you can't kill.
Gotcha.
So you knowing you want to fight back, you know.
Yes, like any game that gives me the ability to fight back, I am like
Yeah.
1,000 times less scared.
Yeah, as long as you know how to scrounge around for ammo and shit,
Yeah.
you definitely be fine. Guys, I'm gonna pause real fast. There's in our Discord. I'm looking at just the people who are kind of online right now. And I see Paimon, and I want to say when I saw that, it filled me with rage. I haven't played Genshin Impact in like a week, and even still.
That's funny. Speaking of Genshin Impact, that's another game I played this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable.
I feel like since we do kind of plan on all playing it together at some point, I guess I should keep up. I should keep playing so I can at least keep up. But
Oh, dude, I have literally not turned it on since.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. When we get to my week, it's gonna be very short and very bitter. But like,
Oh, yeah.
there's a specific reason for that.
Alrighty. But yeah, so
Also, I just
been
don't care. That's another important
Yeah,
part.
Right, yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. Genshin Impact's still fun to me. Still enjoying it. The bosses are fun to fight. There's some cool bosses out there. There's one fight that I think, Deshaun, you would enjoy thoroughly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you fight a giant wolf.
My dick did tingle a little bit.
And it is not only a giant wolf, it's a giant magical wolf.
Okay.
Deshaun's a furry.
I like fighting giant wolves, man. What can I say?
Yeah, I know you're a Dark Souls fan.
Just put a giant wolf in your game, and pretty much you got me. Except for the first Evil Within. That was a fucking horrific experience. I never want to go through it again. But you know.
Awesome. And to top all this off, not only is it a giant magical wolf, it's a giant magical wolf that can Misty Step.
All right, I guess I have to put down my current waifu simulator and pick up Genshin Impact again. But okay.
What's your current waifu simulator? Do I want to know?
Uppers got released like a couple days ago.
Ah, yes.
They put it on PC. It was like a Vita game or some bullshit, but it was cool enough that they brought it back for the PC. So, but I'll talk about that when it's my turn.
Yeah. So I've been playing that. That's been good. I also played I played
I played.
a parade. New game that's in beta. I think it's in beta right now, or yeah, it's called Grifflands. Grifflands.
Oh, this game, yes.
It is. It's a Slay the Spire-esque roguelike. It's all card based, but it has like really unique mechanics. So you can either negotiate or fight. For the most part.
Negotiate. I like that.
And negotiations, even though it's still card based, it has a whole different set of mechanics. It's still like fighting, but you're fighting their arguments and stuff. And there's a bunch of different ways you can go about it, and you can not only attack their HP, but you can attack their arguments. Their arguments buff up their abilities. So you can, instead of just straight up attacking their HP over and over again like you do in a normal fight, you can go and attack all their other side effects and things that buff them. And it's a pretty unique way of doing a like Slay the Spire type game.
I do like takes on that kind of stuff where like you really can like actually attack the game at different angles. Like I know like obviously everyone and their mother has talked about this, but like one of my favorites is the old BioWare games where you could like, you really could like basically like talk your way out of almost every situation.
Oh yeah.
Like Knights of the Republic, there are a few required fights, but for the most part, like you don't have to do that much. Actually, there's a fuck ton of combat, but like most of the big fights, you can talk your way out of. So
Pretty
it's
much.
like,
And you can also talk your way into getting some dope shit, like
Yeah.
with the with the Wookiee trial and shit, where you can be like, oh yeah, like they tell you if he dies, you get all his shit because you're the one who exposed him, basically. So you can be like, oh shit, well then he did it then. He's totally guilty. Give me all his shit. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it always is interesting, and like I've been having this revelation where I just like don't really want to play too many fucking games, which isn't really a revelation, but I like games that are like interesting like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only is it like Slay the Spire, but it's also a story game. So it's not just like, here's your battle, try to get to the top of the tower, or here's this, try to get to the end of the game. It's got a story. There's a shit ton of different characters, and there's a shit ton of different ways you can play the game. So talking to everybody gives you different in-game events.
Oh shit, I might actually really like this game.
And there's multiple storylines. So I just unlocked a new character through this game, or through the first session I had, and so I can go and play a whole different campaign.
Shit. Okay, well, time to put this on my wish list and not play for 4 years.
So there's a lot of like cool, unique stuff. And what I didn't realize until after I finished this run was that I don't even have all the cards unlocked. And I already felt like the game was cool as shit. And I'm like, wait a second.
I mean, it's still in early access, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna get exponentially more cards.
There's so much going on with this game. It's exciting. I had a great fucking time with that game.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the card game in Shovel Knight King's Quest or whatever.
No.
Knight's Quest. It's pretty awesome.
I see. The other thing that I played is Power Rangers, of course.
Of course. Of
Played more-
course, of course.
Of course. I've played more Risk of Rain, which is always a fucking good time. Risk of Rain 2 is just, it's a fantastic game.
I still need to get into it, but I've been playing too much other shit lately. So much
Yeah.
stuff like kind of came out and was on sale all at once recently, so I got a chance to play a bunch of stuff.
Grand Blue, Alright, so let me talk about CAG real quick. Cagliostro.
Cagliostro.
Cagliostro, that's her name. This bitch has a rock. Yes, she does. And not only that, she also has a teleport that has a fucking hitbox.
Wait, like it does damage?
The teleport does both damage and also makes her invincible.
Okay.
Cause why the fuck do you want to pressure somebody in the corner if they can just DP and teleport to the other side?
Boy. Hey man, switch up your game.
Yeah, I know, but like, fuck that character. She's a trap-based character, so she just sets stuff around on the screen.
Never mind, fucker.
And then she goes and teleports, and then you get hit
That's
because you
annoying
try.
as fuck, actually.
And then you try to punish her, but it says invincible on the screen as you go to punish her. That's the thing that hurts the most is that you hit her and it goes invincible.
You bitch, you thought.
It's like, it's the worst feeling because it literally comes up on the screen and goes, oh, by the way, you thought you could hit her.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
It's so annoying. It's fun though. It's a fun match to fight. It's just super annoying to fight it. She has some pretty good stage control. She has a rock which she can send at like 4 different angles, and she can power it up as well. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a cool game. Cool set of stuff. The online still sucks ass. So,
I
hey.
figured that's why nobody. That's why nobody really talks about it that much, because you know.
Yeah, and I think that's just about all I played this week. But I also watched a bunch of stuff, as
Did
I
you?
said.
Shit, I meant
Yeah.
to catch up on God of High School because it's on HBO Max now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I watched
I'll probably
Jujutsu
do it.
Kaisen.
Nice. Oh shit! Damn it!
You didn't watch it?
I forgot. Yeah, I was busy
Alright.
this weekend.
Fucking cool show still.
Yeah.
Still fucking dope.
I will say for people watching Jujutsu Kaisen, spoilers, but it does get pretty fucking dark.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I've watched more Haikyuu. Love it. Watch more Fire Force. Not really a fan right now.
Really? Yeah. This is this is the slow bit. It gets better. It just has
It's
you know.
yeah. I was gonna say it's mostly because of the pacing of the show, right? Like the combat, like the pacing of the combat, I should say.
Yeah.
It's
It's like weirdly like sometimes it feels stretched out unnecessarily, but then sometimes it feels like weirdly sped up. Like the actual actions feel weirdly sped up, but then they feel like they're kind of just standing around a little too much.
yeah. So I was just like the fightings. It almost feel like pointless combat right now.
Fighting just for fighting's sake, but with no like stakes
like-
or even like an argument on the line.
There's reasons to fight, but like they're not like. It seems like they could have gone about it a different way, but
The white clad guys kind of just start showing up like villain of the week type motherfuckers, and
that's what it feels
and
like.
there's just like a bunch of them, and they're kind of nameless after a while, and yeah, they could have all that kind of empty filler where it's just them kind of fighting dudes. They could have put in like interesting story stuff or like world building stuff.
That's what I feel like, but like, we'll get past it. It's gonna happen.
It is
Especially
just a lull because it does pick up.
I was gonna say this happens to every anime that keeps getting new season after season.
Yeah.
Is that they start going, oh, you need to put out episodes faster. Oh, you need to get stuff done faster.
Yeah.
You're just like, yikes.
But once the dope shit starts happening again, it'll wake up. Yeah. It just needs a little time, man.
Yep.
It is-
I'm not gonna stop watching it. It's still fun.
It is funny that like how consistently people push like creatives to be like quicker and shit,
Yeah.
but like it's just like historically not worked.
Yeah, it's like the obsession with like productability and being like, being able to get shit done has pushed people to being like, now you gotta get it done in 3 days, cause fuck you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
Gotta
obviously
be
I'm
as productive as possible.
yeah, like I'm looking at like the music side because like there are some examples where people have taken like 12 years on an album and it fucking sucks.
Right.
Chinese democracy. But
There is
like-
there is there is like a happy middle you need to hit.
yeah, like you need pressure, but also like you need to be realistic. Like
You I don't know why what you just said brought up a story in my head, but you guys hear about the statue of Lucifer that was too hot for church?
oh yeah, I think I know about this one.
So
This sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard about this.
So they commissioned this guy to make a statue of Lucifer for their church, right? He makes it, and it's too sexy. So they hire his brother to make another statue to replace the one that they can't use. And his brother's like, fuck this, and made it even
Sexier. Wow. That's funny. Hey, man. He should be sexy. He's Lucifer. He's the dude.
He's literally an angel. Like
Yeah, he should be more beautiful than anything you could fucking imagine.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
It's
kind of the
just-
whole point.
it's stupid.
It is pretty stupid.
I don't know, dude. I could go on an entire rant with these stupid fucking people.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah,
what
like
else?
that's how it is in like in the especially in the Japanese like animation industry. It's really kind of insidious and ugly, and just how like far they'll pressure people and how far they'll push people.
And it's not
Yeah.
just Japanese animation. That's just Japan in general.
Yeah. I mean, it's capitalistic corporate culture in general.
Yeah, but I mean, like Japan has the whole like, if you're a nail that sticks out, you'll get hammered down kind of idea.
Yeah. What's your worth if you're not sticking out, if you're not hammered down? You know?
Yeah. So it's like, well,
What good is a nail?
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Has Been Hotel.
oh, did the second episode get put out?
No, but
He just watched it.
Finally got around to it.
How did you watch this, Cameron? This is not up your alley at all.
It is up my alley.
I don't know.
However, I just don't click on things because I just don't want to waste my time if it's bad.
Wow, I sound a lot like me.
That's been the most Deshaun said thing that you've ever said, I think.
I hate putting time into things if it's going to be bad, and that's why I don't watch movies half the time.
Wow, Jesus, Cameron, are you sure you were just like reading a book I wrote?
Fuck, I did not sign up to be on the podcast with two of you.
See, it's not that I'm critical of it, it's that I just don't want to watch it until I know it's good.
You gotta be adventurous, man. You gotta go for it sometimes.
It's the opposite of Deshaun. Deshaun will watch everything and go, this was shit.
Yeah.
This is a waste of my time. I'm like, I don't want to waste my time if it is shit. And then I watch it, I'm like, oh, this was good.
Yeah. You're right. I do gotta go for it a little bit more because I'll be like, man, even if this is shit, at least I'll be mad about it, and that feels good.
But yeah, so like I watched Has-Been Hotel. That was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
The animation is just sick. And then I also watched their music video they put out for backstory on some of the characters.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that. Oh, it has backstory for the characters. Oh,
yeah.
I just hate the fucking music.
I have to give a shit.
Oh fuck! God.
Metal Gear.
Gear.
Yeah.
Getting there. I need to smoke a little bit more.
And then I also watched what was the other thing? The other show they put out, the Reapers. I forget the other show they put out.
Who's they?
The same people.
Yeah, they put out a trailer for a different show in the same universe, roughly.
Is that
Where-
what was it called? Hell of a Boss or whatever?
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah. I was not gonna. I was not really. I was like, all right, I gave you guys one. I'll check. I liked Has-Been Hotel, but I'm not trying to see too much more of this art style. Like, it's cool, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to watch a lot of the same shit.
Hello Boss. It was not as good as Has-Been Hotel, but
Yeah.
it was still good. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. And then I also watched all my other bullshit and
What do you mean? What was all your
Weird.
other bullshit? Your fucking stupid ass English TV shows?
yeah, I was about to say my
Yeah.
British comedies and whatnot.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear about that shit.
Yeah, I didn't.
The way you don't want to hear about me talk about South Park, I don't want to hear about that shit.
Yeah, I watched that stuff. It was fine. It's good. I thoroughly enjoyed
Watching
it.
more of that game show.
Yeah. The new episode just came out recently, so I was watching that season. I'm sorry. Just for everybody who wants to know, Taskmaster is what it's called.
Oh, I thought you were watching a Spider-Man spinoff.
What?
Taskmaster? Okay. It's there. The joke is there.
No, I legit thought it was a show about Taskmaster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
When you mentioned it last time, I was like, oh, I didn't realize he got his own show. That's cool.
He should get his own show. He's fucking great.
He should. He really should. But yeah. I think that just about covers everything I did this week.
Cool.
Oh, and I played a shit ton of League and TFT, but like, who gives a fuck about that?
I care, except I can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Why can't you play
I don't
anymore?
have fucking time.
Okay, that makes sense.
No
Yeah.
time. That's what you got.
Also, oh god.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, my coaching has gotten better. Like, my actual, like, theoretical side of things has gotten better. I've gotten way worse since I haven't played, essentially, in, like, 3 months. Like, my mechanics are just not there, but I'm, like, always doing the right thing, and it pisses me off. So, now I'm just even more upset with the game. So now I'll just yell at people, and I think that'll be better.
You know what
Yeah.
they say.
Those who can't do, teach.
Wow, you read my act. Bro. I thought you would not get it, but you totally did, actually.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a teacher, I'm a coach.
That's true. Coaches are way better than teachers.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Deshaun?
Yeah, coach. I was just gonna get on my week.
Do it.
So Uppers came out. I've been waiting on this game for a while because they kind of said it was coming out on Steam a long ass time ago, and it's just had a page on there for a while. It's had a page on there since like I want to say like 2017.
Oh, it's this fucking game.
But there's just never kind of been any confirmation on when when it was actually gonna come out, because it was supposed to come out way sooner. But then like a couple weeks ago, they was like, oh yeah, it's coming out. So that came out. I've been playing it. I love it. It's fun. It's the combat isn't very complex, but that's fine. It doesn't really need to be. It's flashy. It's fun. Playing as fucking Daidoji is awesome. She fucking has like a Kuma stance and shit. So
that's fucking cool.
So the thing about that's like a waifu collector simulator is that as you progress through the game, you meet up with these chicks who become your queens, and basically they have different, like if you bring them in a battle with you, they have like different buffs essentially.
Okay.
So and you can like dress them up in different shit, of course. And it's kind of the aspect I'm the least hot on, because it
Yeah, I'm fucking reading these achievements for this fucking game, and like, bro, this looks like something I would watch.
Like,
what is wrong with you?
It's such an anime thing, because the gameplay is fun. The action's fun, and when there's like the hot-blooded action is fucking awesome, right? Like the characters who you're fighting are cool. Just all like the go impress girls and shit challenges. That shit kind of sucks, but oh well.
Yeah.
Trying to get those S ranks, man, so I gotta do them.
Gotta get those ass ranks.
They are ass ranks because they're it's SS. But it's like it's still fun. It has this weird thing where like I wasn't really sure what the kind of rating on it was, and then like for like the first like I want to say like 2.5 hours, I don't even think I saw a single swear word, and then suddenly some guy shows up and goes, "Motherfucker!" It was very jarring. I was like, okay, I know it's like it seems like a small thing, but it totally changed the tone of the game. It went from being kind of like a older teen show to like an adult show essentially.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you've played this much Persona, but like, not Persona 4, Persona 5, but there's a shift like that, like super late into the story, where it's not like that drastic, but like other people start using fuck as a word instead of like saying effed up, and like that was like, how like when you're a kid and like people say bad words and it has like a sense of like importantness to it,
right?
And like it like really punctuates their statements.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened with me. I was just like, ironically enough, I was like, fuck. Like,
yeah, that is kind of weird because Persona 4 is pretty like immediate with it. Like the adults swear pretty much in the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I do notice the kids don't swear nearly as much, except for like Kanji, who's meant to be like a foul-mouthed kid.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a thug.
Right, exactly. So, and you know what? That kind of adds to it, the realism of it, where the kids aren't swearing nearly as much as the adults are, just because they don't want to get in fucking trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It is funny though, like they teach you like your entire kid life not to swear, and then as soon as you're out in the real world, everybody does. So it's just
right,
like,
and it's like totally
cares?
okay. So it's like,
Yeah.
what was the point? Why can't I express my frustration at something?
Yeah,
Why do I
it's
gotta
just-
say fiddlesticks?
Like I get it when you're a little kid because you don't understand context, but like as soon as you hit like 13, like you're already heard those things.
Yeah, once
so
you
many
understand
times.
the context of it, you should it should be fine to fucking use it.
I hate society. What else you do?
Let's see. I played Uppers. I must have played something else, but I don't think I did. So I watched Kipo in the Age of the Wonder Beasts last season. Fucking God, please, hopefully. It's not bad, but it ends where it should end. It's wait, is it called? Yeah, Kipo in the Age of the Wonder Beasts, or just Kipo? Yeah. Anyway, So I've been watching this show, since the beginning because I figured, hey, it looks cool. It's got a decent art style. And it seems to not be about some typical ass shit. So this last season was definitely the most kind of like, I don't know, like saccharine. It's a kid's show, of course, right? It's a cartoon, but it's like the most saccharine, like let's all be friends kind of shit. It's very. I'm glad it ended with like 3 seasons, because if I watched the 4th season of this, I'd probably fucking hate it. I would probably be super sick of all the lovey-dovey, let's all be friends and stop fighting shit.
But friendship is magic.
No, a giant leopard fighting a 4-armed monster woman is magic. That shit is awesome, and that's in this. Like, that's the thing that kind of kept me around for this, is that it has really good action, shockingly. Like, well, at least the first and second seasons did. Here, it's a little not as good, but it like, and you know what? The characters all feel real. They all feel like believable characters, which made like some of the more kind of, let's all be friends, lovey-dovey shit. It did make it actually kind of hit home to see characters that you've grown to love, actually be friends, actually kind of make up and be like, look, we were wrong, you were wrong, let's just shake hands and, kick it all in the past and not worry about it and just try to live better. And that's really what the show's all about. It's just kind of giving people a second chance, giving the world a second chance. And all that shit, all that sugary sweet shit.
It's like the most unrealistic part of this that I've heard.
Well, since it's a world full of talking animal people and humans, maybe now they'll have a chance to not be.
I know what I said.
Bags. To be fair, as soon as the humans all disappeared, the animals started doing exactly what the humans all did. So.
Yeah.
So, but still a good show. If I ever were cursed and unfortunate enough to have a crotch spawn running around, I'd probably sit them in front of this show.
I still think crotch spawn is such a great weird way to say I have a child.
It makes it sound like it's a thing that shot out and started crawling around the floor.
It really does sound more like this happened to me rather than
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a conscious decision. It was just like I was walking to Ralph's and like I guess I just passed Satan or something and now it's here. Like
I ran into a fucking xenomorph.
Like I want kids, but at the same time, no. Like you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want kids ever. I can't imagine myself ever having a child. Speaking of not ever seeing myself ever having a child, I've nearly caught up on Into the Badlands, which I kind of just had a bunch of extra time over the last week, so me and a buddy just sat down. We just marathon through Into the Badlands. We started watching a show called Warrior Nun on Netflix, but that show fucking sucks. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. In fact, let me tell you how much it sucks real quick. I watched 3 episodes of this garbage, and so it's called Warrior Nun, right? Ask me how many times we saw any Warrior Nuns doing any Warrior Nun shit.
I'm gonna guess a solid 0.
I'm gonna guess once in the intro.
Once ever, and you know what that one thing was? Somebody shot a crossbow at a giant demon, a giant CGI demon that they stood across the room from, and that disappeared in 1 second.
Was it in the intro?
No, it was in like the 2nd episode, about like 15 minutes in, maybe. No, like 45 minutes in to like what is a 50-minute show.
Gotcha.
So it was stupid and annoying. The characters were all fucking worthless. The main character, it does this. It has the worst fucking narration I've ever fucking heard in my entire goddamn life. Every fucking 5 minutes, the stupid fucking bitch is narrating her fucking feelings. It's so bad. It's so fucking terrible. I cannot believe somebody was like, yeah, this is good. This is, we really need to have the character just say how they're feeling, over everything every 5 minutes. Because she can't just act. Anyway, before I actually start to get mad. So Into the Badlands is awesome. The first season is definitely the best season. The one thing, let's see, where am I gonna start? Let me start with the stuff I actually don't like. There's not really a lot really. So the main character Sonny kind of becomes less and less interesting with each season because he goes from being, in the first season he's torn between his loyalties to his master and well, I guess I should explain what Into the Badlands is, huh? Because neither of you knows what it is.
I just looked it up.
I'm looking at pictures right now. It looks like Power Rangers.
Couldn't be further from the truth.
I really think we need to get your eyes checked, Cameron.
Right? Yeah.
First it was Sonic X, and now this.
I don't know what you see about that has Power Rangers.
Like I'm just talking.
Anyway, basically in the post-apocalypse, there are these different factions that all rule different parts of the Badlands, and each section has a person on top called the Baron. Mm-hmm. I think it was at first they say there's only 5 of them, but then they show you a map and there's 6 or 7. So I don't know. Basically, the main character is a Clipper who works directly for his Baron. Basically, Clippers are just hitmen. Essentially, they're just badass killers, and they get all their kills tattooed on their back. They get a tally for everyone. Mm-hmm. So Sonny's a bad motherfucker. He's got 404 tattoos.
Yeah.
So he's essentially one of the strongest characters, of course, because he fights Barons pretty easily, and Barons are supposed to be considered the toughest of the tough because they got there just by being badasses. So basically, in the first season, Sonny is torn between his loyalties to his master, his love for his wife, his loyalty to his Baron, because his master and his Baron are fucking 2 different people. Weirdly, his master is this fucking it's hilarious. His master is this dude in a wheelchair, but his wheelchair is decked out with all this gear and all this shit, so he can still whoop ass just as hard as everybody else. I cannot believe there is fucking kung fu wheelchair combat in something. And they actually made it really cool. It's the thing you think would be stupid and hokey, and oh, of course, it's so dumb they're giving the wheelchair guy kung fu, but he's actually a legitimate threat. But Sonny is torn between all these things, and he just wants to get the fuck out of the Badlands. He wants to just take his pregnant girlfriend off somewhere, and at the time his Baron is just going completely nuts. The dude's got this massive brain tumor that's making him go crazy, so he's doing all this nuts shit. He kills Sonny's girlfriend's parents because they know he's sick, and then all kinds of crazy shit happens. The dude, it's one of the things I don't like, that it kind of, in season 1 his madness kind of makes sense, but then in season 2 it's it's cool, but it's played up a little too much. Mm-hmm. And then but Sonny in season 1, he's going through all that. He's going through all this shit. He's got this fucking kid who's got these superpowers where he becomes super strong and can shoot force waves and shit, and he's dealing with this. He's got all this shit going on, but exactly, it's like post-apocalyptic Star Wars or some shit, with actual kung fu. But yeah, so he's got all this stuff going on. But then in season 2, he gets shipped off to prison. He gets shipped off to a mining prison essentially, and he's a slave. And he becomes his whole character is, I gotta get my wife and kid. I gotta get my wife and kid. He doesn't. The only things he says are leave me alone, and I gotta find my wife and kid. He does have one episode where he fights another badass Clipper assassin who's got 999 tattoos, and he's like, I'm a killer, right? Sonny's kind of big thing is, I don't want to be, just a killer. Am I just a killer? What's my fate, destiny, all that shit? Maybe I'm just a killer, and I don't want that for my wife and child, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that really doesn't get explored much after that. So then he's just my wife, my child, and then when he finds his wife and his child, he's like, oh yeah, I also had a Baron who's still around, right? And he becomes the least interesting part, because then in season 3, he's just my baby, my baby, my baby. It's like, come on, dude. There's like an entire war going on, and you have nothing to say?
His baby, though.
Fuck the baby.
Okay.
The world is being destroyed. But then his baby, of course, turns out to be like one of these magical people, and then they find out that he might be one of these magical people who do the magic shit things. It's like they had to. He literally starts having like flashbacks to his memory to a backstory that he definitely didn't fucking have until this 3rd season.
He just suppressed it with the magic.
Cause he had like this pendant or whatever that had the mythical city that, some people says exists, and then some people that most people don't believe exists, right? He had this pendant from when he was a kid. He had no idea what the fuck the deal was. But then that just kind of disappears and has nothing to do with his actual backstory, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
But they're Sonny goes from being like the coolest guy to throughout basically. There's a cool thing where after he defeats that guy with the 999 tattoos, he starts carrying that guy's sword around, and you can it's kind of like influencing him, like like he starts becoming more of like a killer, like he just starts slaughtering people left and right, kind of with abandon, So there's interesting like visual metaphors, and the cinematography is really good. The choreography in the martial arts has been so consistent throughout like all 3 seasons. Like, it's so good. It's so flashy and fun, and it's bone crunching. Like, you can tell they really fucking worked hard to get this shit done. They really worked hard to make it look good. I don't really know if there's anything else really to say about it. I haven't finished it. I believe I'm on the last season. This show's also only 3 seasons so far. But I hope it ends well. I hope it doesn't have a big fart of an ending.
That would be nice.
I mean, even if it does, this is definitely a show where the main character is not the most interesting thing about it. It's everything else. It's all the other characters. Because there's a, like, incredible, like, it's a very complex, like, political war going on, where, like, I'm not really gonna spoil anything, but it's like they throw in like every now and then they'll throw in a pretty big wrench in the works, and they like there's one scene. I will spoil this actually, so spoilers for Into the Badlands for one bit. I won't spoil who it is or anything, but there's one bit where a character has to get the vote of all the other barons, and they spend a lot of time kind of setting up that she's going to convince 1 or 2 or 3 of them, which will then convince the rest of them to all vote for her. But then they all just say no, fuck you, and then there's a big fight, right?
Gotcha.
So it's cool shit like that where it kind of leads you in one direction, and then
subverts expectations.
Not even necessarily subverts expectations, but it says, hey, you definitely had this in the back of your mind, because we did leave the hints there that they were all going to say fuck you, and we're going with that, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's really it's fun, it's cool. Just watch it if you like martial arts.
Yeah.
That's all I did, I think. That's it.
All right.
Okay. Well, let me pick up the mantle then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
guys
what
kind
you-
of know what happened this week, why this podcast is getting recorded so late. But
Yeah.
I'll just explain it at home for all of the 2 viewers that we have. So, and I'm not going to be like super specific, but essentially somebody at our store got sick, and they took like a third of the people at our store with them. So
Behind a barn and just...
yeah, shotgun, you know. No, but like, my manager texted me and he was like, "Hey, do you mind coming in a little bit early for your shifts, like this week?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. Like, how much are we talking?" He's like, "I'll get back to you." And
That's never a good sign.
yeah,
Because
And so, like,
that's him trying to figure out how much he can squeeze out of them and you.
yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. I mean, like, I like my manager, so it's not like a huge deal. But like, I went from having like 28 hours this week to having a full 40.
Nice.
So I've been working noon to 8 or noon to close every single night.
At least you're working.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's cool because I'll be able to pay rent, but it is one of those things where it's just like, I'm so fucking tired. My computer has literally been off for the past week. Like, I shut it down Monday, and it hasn't been turned on until this morning. Like, that is how fucking... I just come home, listen to music, and then crash. Like, it's so bad. But, so I've been doing that, and that's been... Oh, my God. Fucking... I hate people. Like, I'm just getting more and more pissed at the... Not, like, my coworkers. My coworkers are pretty good, but, like, the people that come in... Like, I literally had to put up, like, a handwritten sign and put it in the drive-through window that we closed. Like, because people were yelling at us through the window. Like, why aren't you serving me? I'm like, bro, we're closed. Yeah, like, I'm sorry our hours changed, but, like, we don't have people. Like...
Yep.
Right.
So, and, like, I had a dude fucking yell at me that, like... I had a dude, like,
Exactly like that.
Right, yeah.
yell at me, and he was like, "Why are you guys still in there if you're not serving?" And I'm just like,
So clean up, bitch.
Yeah, that was exactly what. Like, we had like buckets in our hands and like our aprons were off and shit. Like, we were just like fucking mopping and shit.
That's a person I would tell not to come back.
Yeah, like
Just be like, clean up, motherfucker, don't come back.
if it was my own store, I would have just taken a picture and been like, "Don't serve to this guy." Like,
Yeah.
but it's not. But yeah, it's just so that's just been my life recently. The one thing I did do this week, well, I did a couple of things like since last week because it's been really like a week and a half since our last podcast.
Yeah.
One thing was I got my newest guitar project in, so I finished a lot of my other ones, and we finally figured out what was wrong with fucking Hayden's guitar, so that was good.
That's good.
Yeah, we finally fixed it, and he loves it. I got my guitar in for like the one that I'm gonna mod, and I'm gonna probably. I bought new tuners last night, so they should be here by tomorrow, and then I should be able to just mount those and like redo all the electronics. It shouldn't take me more than a day. So that'll be fun. And then I've started and finished reading The World God Only Knows again, which is apparently it has an anime. I didn't know this, but apparently it got like 3 seasons of anime.
Okay.
Let me.
What is the world only God only knows, God loves, knows?
I would like to hear about this.
I feel like I've heard of this.
It's like a. It is a harem anime, but not really. Essentially, it's like there's this nerdy fucking dipshit who.
Oh, it's this anime. Got it.
Yeah, who like is really good at playing fucking dating sims, and so like hell recruits him to like essentially dating sim real people to get the ghosts out of their heart. Like that's like the easiest way to explain it. Oh my god.
This sounds like the plot of the Thor story Grounded, where all the gods were turned into people and Thor had to go around getting them.
Yeah, essentially. And then like
That's cool.
So like it is good. But, like, it's one of those ones where I'm like it's very niche, I guess. And like I'm pretty sure this manga is like fucking 12 years old at this point. Let me check. Ended in 2014, so fuck it. You don't get any spoiler warnings. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, the first like 70% of it is very, very like held together and like pretty much in like a rom-com harem-ish territory. And then like they add in like these angels that are in some of the girls that he has to like help out and find the angels, and it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then like there's this fucking like detour of a plot twist where he has to go back in time and like make the past that creates the future that he's from.
What the fuck? Okay.
And it's just like,
Well,
I've totally forgot.
See,
it happens in the
that
last, like,
actually
20
sounds
chapters.
interesting.
Yeah, but it happens in the last 20 chapters of a 270 fucking chapter manga.
That sucks.
No, I mean, it's like, it's done okay,
Yeah.
but like, it's just like, it's so out of nowhere for the rest of the manga. Like, the rest of the manga is like mildly supernatural, but it's mostly played off for like laughs or like as a basic plot point, not really like,
It's a bit.
yeah, like, I mean, like, obviously the entire premise is supernatural, but like, it's not like he's relying on being supernatural, he's just relying on being good at fucking girl games. But like, this whole bit happens and it like ties up some of the loose ends, but then there's just like other shit that pops up, and like, it's just so fucking weird. I don't know, like, I really like this manga because I've read it like 3 times now, but like, also it's just one of those ones where I'm just like, I can't recommend this because it's just so funky. Like, it's like if Rosavam didn't do anything with the supernatural stuff for like the first like,
Wait, what you call it? Rosavam?
Yeah.
Rosario X Vampire, or whatever. Or
Yeah.
Cross Vampire.
yeah, it's like if they didn't do anything with the supernatural stuff for like the entire first season, which to be fair they kind of didn't, but like there was some stuff hinting for the future. This one just kind of like bitch slaps you out of nowhere. Like, oh my god.
Some stuff can pull that off where it starts out as one thing and then it's like, psych, it was actually this the whole time.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Being about just regular games, and then there was a card game.
And then it was card games, yeah. That's so
Yeah.
unfortunate. Because he's called the king of games, right? So he should be dope at
Yeah.
everything, but whatever.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I like it, but it's just like, it's like a really hard, essentially like the turn comes over one chapter. And like, it's not like the characters change, they're actually really consistent for the most part. But like, just like the turn of going like, we just beat them, except actually there's a bigger, even more sinister organization, and also you're going back in time. Like, that happens over essentially 4 pages. And it's just like, fuck, alright.
I guess this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
That's kind of into the Badlands problem. One of the problems is that they'll introduce a new group of people, and we still haven't finished figuring out what the fuck is up with this other group of people. There's after a while, it's kind of too many just random factions.
Yeah.
That's too much realism.
Yeah. Look at all these people I don't give a shit about.
Right.
No, but like, it is good. It's just, I don't know. Like, if you like harem rom-com kind of stuff and also being insanely serious, then you'll probably like this.
Yeah.
You guys can hear that, can't you?
I can. That's what I was listening to.
My cat, whenever I lock her out of my room, like I lock her out for the podcast, and I've been locking her out at night because I just need to fucking crash because I need to wake up and go to work.
Right.
She does this because either
Let
she wants
me
food,
in.
she wants food or water or attention.
Yeah.
So, cats.
Cats.
That's basically all I did. I was playing Kingdom Hearts, before this whole week, but like, let's be real.
You got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was not fun.
All right. Let's talk about this Guilty Gear shit.
Oh shit, was that this week?
Yeah. There's rollback and Guilty Gear.
Rollback, but some weird, stupid floor system.
Oh, you're talking about that floor
Yeah.
system. I thought you were talking about the rollback in XX.
Yeah, that's cool or whatever.
That is cool.
It's cool, but that's like whatever, They're because they're doing that in response to like KOF doing some shit like that, right? But to me, this is more important because it's for the new thing.
Yep. And oh my, why?
What is wrong with just having a fucking list of names and a button that says create room? Why does it gotta be all this shit? Why does it gotta be a floor?
You know what? Look, it is perfectly okay to have this floor system, because every game has their gold, ultra gold, super gold, all that. That makes sense. However,
But
the
it's like
floor,
it's like weirdly skill based.
like, it would be fine if the whole floor was all of gold and you have different things in between there. But the fact that you can only fight people in that floor is stupid.
Yeah.
It's also going to make things extremely annoying for once people get out of once new people start getting into the game later in the years.
Because there's going to be that floor that people are just fucking stuck at, right? Because they keep fighting the same kind of garbage.
Is there a thing where you can't go down floors, right?
I think it's like a point system, so I'm not sure.
Because obviously, like
Traditional word. Wait a minute, hold on.
It says you'll be able to have matches without worrying about points.
Yeah.
I don't, like, there has to be some sort of MMR in the background.
Yeah, there is. There's
But,
gotta
like,
be.
Yeah.
fucking, like, I kind of get it, but this is
I get
also
what they're
stupid.
trying, but it's just annoying. It's like, this is dumb.
Like, again, I feel like this would be fine as long as it's just a visual of your rank rather than it being you can only find matches this way.
You also gotta do that weird sword clashing shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't have to find matches by doing
Like, you literally have to walk over to it. It's like fucking Dragon Ball. It's the thing I hate about about fighters, that it's not just, like,
click the button, start
right,
searching.
take a pointer over somebody's, like, head or something, and then that's it. It's like, go hunt someone down.
And then click fight with them.
Just let me play the fucking game.
I mean, at
Because,
least
like,
fighters in ranked is automatic.
Yeah. But like, cause the whole thing for me has always been, it's cool to have this as long as you also have that.
Yeah.
I would have no problem with this if there was also a find match button.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
this is, like, well, because, like, let's take a look at it from, like, my perspective, right? Because I'm not particularly great at games. Or, like, fighting games or whatever. But, like, so I'm probably going to be in bronze or silver. If this, and, like, if I'm closing every single night and I don't get home until 1 a.m. fucking Western time, or whatever the fuck Pacific, like, there's going to be no one on. And if I can't just get bodied by the same 3 people, like,
They're gonna leave your floor.
Right.
like, there's going to be no one there. Because those people are all going to be on, like, the Masters floor, or, like, the Grandmasters floor, or whatever.
So I can tell you this about like Street Fighter and stuff. There's like nobody in like the low ranks at a certain point.
Yeah, exactly. It's either people who have not been playing the game or people who have been playing the game and are silver. Like, there's just no in between.
Yeah, like it is hard. I don't know if it's hard to find matches still because like I haven't been bronze in a long time, but I remember when I was, it was tough sometimes to find a match that's like decent footing because either someone who just bought the game and they're just absolute garbage because they just bought the game, or someone who bought the game for a different system but they're already fucking grandmasters. They just need to get their account there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, this reminds me of how Fighters was when it first came out, and how like it would only match people with you if you were within like legit like X amount of BP. But like that was fucking terrible because you learn all the wrong things.
Gotcha.
And like I don't like a system where, because like you guys know this better than anyone, you got to get fucking bodied every once in a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're just not gonna learn because like you can't just super dash at every fucking instance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just... Plus, like... Fuck, man. I don't know. Like...
It's frustrating that they won't just make a fucking... Like, they're doing all this weird shit and they don't even know if the game is good. You know, just relax on this shit for now. Make it like a feature later. You know, when it's all hammered out and we know that the game is worth a shit and your online works. You know, don't try to force this shit down people's throats and they're still trying to, like, you're trying to bring Guilty Gear to new people, but this is just gonna scare them away, I think.
Yeah.
You know, all this weird shit. It's just not gonna draw people in.
As a phrase I heard from someone else, don't overdiagnose the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if there's still a rank system, because this might just be like a casual matchmaking kind of thing.
But this is supposed to be the rank system, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it says ranked matches will not be in Strive.
I don't want to hear that. I wasn't planning on getting this game anyway, but like I'm really not planning on getting this game now.
I was.
I still probably am gonna get it.
I definitely still am.
Dude, I can't even play the fucking fighting games I do have. Like, let's be real.
I just get bored of shit too quickly.
Tell me about it.
I just play fighting games.
I don't know.
I lose interest because I don't know. It's not like the games are bad most of the time, except for that one. But
You know which game we're talking
you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But it's just like usually something just doesn't draw me in. Usually it's just the combat might not draw me or something, or just how hard it hits. You know.
It gets repetitive too. Like
Yeah.
Realistically, all fighting
especially
games,
in games where there's a very clear tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're like, I'm fighting fucking another Vegito, I guess.
like even
Fighters is probably one of the more balanced games. Let's be real.
and that's
Yeah, but for a while there, when like in the beginning when there weren't as many characters, and that's about where I burned out because I was fighting a lot of the same fucking shit.
Yeah,
over
I was
and
gonna
over
say like fighting games. If you're not like super into fighting games, like if you're just like casual at fighting games and whatnot, it gets really repetitive really fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, now that you said that, it's kind of funny. Fighting games is like pop punk because they kind of all feel the same until you actually get into it and like can tell the difference.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, actually.
Ah, man, I gotta play Fighters again. If I ever have free time.
All right. Let's see what else we got to talk about. The UI of PS5. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that and the fucking I guess the box itself was released. The PS5 is out in the wild, people.
Yep. People who got review copies or something like that are
Yeah.
like taking apart and showing the stuff.
I believe the Xbox is as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, PS5 UI. It looks clean, smooth.
Okay,
It looks like
if we're not gonna fucking give a shit about this, let's move on to the serial killer. What the fuck is this?
Serial killers. It's a fighting game that
with
has
cereal mascots.
yeah. It looks awesome.
The clip that they show is Tony the Tiger versus Lucky Charm Man.
Yeah.
If
It's very
if the
early.
leprechaun is not called MC Lucky, I don't want to play this game.
He looks like MC Lucky.
He should be MC Lucky. If he is, I know who I'm maining.
It's okay. Tony the Tiger looks fucking rad as shit.
Right.
Yeah, he's ripped.
He looks like a Baron boss.
He looks like a character from what was that fighting game where everybody turns into animals? Beasterizer. But that's the Japanese name. What the fuck is it called in English?
Mortal Kombat 3?
No. Well, well, I guess yes, but turning into animals is just part of the battle, you know. And what is it fucking called? Hold on, Beasterizer.
I'm trying to find it. Bloody Roar?
Yes,
There
he's
we
like a Bloody Roar character. Bloody Roar is so fucking cool.
It is a cool game.
Yeah. So serial killers has that like I don't know that kind of that feel to it to
Tone.
me. Yeah, and it's like 2D sprites too, so that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not saying we needed a game to replace Skullgirls,
But
I think we might have one. I'm
Now
just
it's all-
saying it's
all
early, but I'm pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
It comes down to the combat at this point.
Yeah,
And the online.
I gotta feel those things, and then we'll see. I mean, we might have a contender on our hands, people. Who knows?
Yo, the Cocoa Pops crazy Yo, that looks so cool. He's got a fucking muzzle on his
Seriously, dude, like, yeah, it's awesome.
And then you got a coked up rabbit. Yeah, I can't wait to play this game. It's gonna be some stuff.
I will buy this just to support the devs. This is fucking hilarious.
Right, yeah.
This looks. There's a whole level of jank here that I'm quite happy about.
Oh god, it's gonna be so janky. Oh well.
It looks kind of, I guess maybe not, but it looks kind of, Fantasy Strike in style.
Mm.
In, like, how it would, I guess not. I guess
The
it's more
Z. Oh god, that's funny.
Okay, whatever. I'm interested, but it is so far off from being done.
Right, yeah, it's super,
Yeah.
it's super duper early, so we'll see. We'll check back in on it when the
Oh,
big thing
I
happens.
just noticed the life bars are spoons.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a nice little touch.
Are they? Hold on, I gotta get back up to the... Oh, yes, they are. They better change color when you get down to the red. Like, if they're not the fucking purple spoons from a Trix yogurt, I don't care.
So specific.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? The color changing
Yeah,
ones.
I do, yeah. None
Yeah.
of these people. You know what, dude? The cereal community is a weirdly obsessed little group of people, so I'm sure there will be something like that in there.
Oh my god. No, he's not MC Lucky, he's McLucky. Oh,
Like Lucky, that's funny.
god damn it.
Well, he is Irish, you know, Irish.
Yeah, but like, MC Lucky, bro. I wanted
I mean-
MC Lucky in my life.
You know what? It's still being made. You can always get a skin custom.
If you just, I'm sure if you give them enough money, because
Nope.
it's on Indiegogo or some shit, so.
Yeah, let me just pull out my wallet and have the fucking moths fly out.
Well, I mean, you're working a lot lately, you'll be fine. I'm sure you can, you know, support them.
Fucking lol, bro.
Alright, so, in a new entry in sports games are a scam.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
NBA 2K21 and now has unskippable ads on the loading screens like a month after its release.
Unskippable ads.
Awesome. Stay classy, EA. Unbelievable.
The funny thing is, because I don't play these games, I'd totally be down for them adding like 8-second ones after like timeouts and stuff, because that's how actual games are. Like
Yeah.
actual basketball games. So I'd be like, okay, like you're making it more real and also you're making money. Whatever, I get it. But like, yeah, this is ridiculous.
But like, they did the same thing with the UFC game. They knew it was wrong, and they knew people would fucking hate this, so they waited till the reviews were all done, and they put it in the game.
This would make more sense if, like, for a football game, when you call a timeout and you can actually choose your plays, they'll like put an ad as you're choosing plays in the background, because you know, technically you call a timeout, it goes to commercial break, and the people are deciding what to do on the sidelines while you're on
I would
commercial break.
even accept one of the announcers doing like a completely vocal ad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
or like this replay brought to you by Red Bull or whatever.
Exactly.
Like that's totally realistic, and that's what they go for. These, well, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's what you go for, and like I totally understand. That's how League does it right now. Is like
Yeah.
they're play the game and they're at like whatever is sponsored by like MasterCard or Bud Light or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like I'm a huge fan of that, but like shit,
It makes
bro's
sense.
gotta eat. Like I
if
get
you,
it.
Like if you have to, because to be honest, if I'm playing like a sports game simulator, essentially, I don't want to fucking hear, you know, some generic ass brand, you know, that
Like-
they're announcing. I want the detail to be there, so I want it to be a real thing.
And like when it's a specific stadium, that you know that stadium is sponsored by these things.
Right. If it's the Verizon Stadium,
You
know.
don't want it to be like the logo of Verizon, but shifted a little bit without
right,
the word.
Yeah, it's like green, you know, like yeah,
That would be stupid. Like,
it would be annoying. It would take you out of it.
because that's the whole reason why people play these games in the first place, is to have the real characters.
Yeah.
Oh, like look, here's the roster of characters.
Also the massive lack of brain cells, apparently,
Apparently.
because they keep buying this shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
Look, you gotta get your fix somehow, though.
I mean,
you always
I
just
guess.
continue to watch sports, I guess. If you really need it, you always just go back and watch shit. Like, just go back and play one of your old games. Just don't throw your fucking console away.
That's what I would do.
Like, holy shit.
Because like a lot of these, like obviously FIFA is like the big one that's played online, but do people play like NBA online a lot?
Yeah, there's a whole esports for it.
Yeah, I know, but like, do people play it?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of the interest for these games is like the Dynasty mode or whatever, like doing the seasons. So it's like, why do you need the new version? Like, it's not like fucking Call of Duty where a shit ton of people migrate.
You need the roster update.
Yeah, but like, just fucking make your own roster.
Right.
That you're thinking of a normal person playing video games.
That's
these
true.
aren't
because
it's
it's like me and my homeboys are playing. I got the PlayStation out. Me and my homeboys gonna go out, but we're gonna play a little NBA 2K for a little bit first. So we're they don't really give a shit about they just want to be able to see somebody they know and be able to play that person.
Here's
and
the new up and coming 18, 19-year-old person
right.
who made it
They
to
want
the,
it to be current. They want it to be trendy and fresh and happening.
Here's the guy who skipped all of college and went straight to the NBA.
You're not allowed to do that anymore. LeBron James is the last one.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm looking at this from like a gamer just got to spend money on other games kind of thing, but like, fucking it doesn't make sense to me.
I need to make the we're not it's a casuals trap,
Mm-hmm.
It's not they're the whales essentially. It's not for us. It's for the people who get caught.
You know what? At least there's no gotcha system inside the.
Well,
there are loot boxes.
Yeah, there are loot boxes.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they
For
pulled
what?
all the stuff from FIFA.
For what? Getting like a pair of Air Jordans for your favorite character that you can't see?
No, it's like the different stats of like legendary players, I think.
Yeah,
I know that's how
you
FIFA
get,
does it.
Like you can get like 5-star, you can get like different star level character players and shit.
What? You don't have the roster unlocked?
You can get like a level 3 LeBron, or you can get like a level 5 LeBron. That kind of shit.
Is that a real thing?
I think so.
Oh, I need it. I am baffled.
That definitely was in Madden. I don't know about
Hold the fuck up.
Like you get different. Yeah, their stats are different. You just don't get them all. I know the older games used to be you just get the damn character, you just get the players, but yeah. I mean, EA is the one who fucking, started all that shit. They created that system, so. Or was it Blizzard?
No, it was EA.
It was EA, yeah. Fuck
Or
EA.
it might have been. Yeah, I guess it might have been Activision, but I think it was EA.
Either way, EA is the one who's abusing it, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cameron.
Well, Cameron said it. Yeah.
Cameron's heart breaks a little bit more.
I'm just I can't believe that's a thing. Like,
why? Out of all the impossible
why
shit that
not?
we've talked about on this show that has happened this year, why is that the one
Cameron,
thing?
you play Genshin Impact. You know the deal.
yeah, but like that's the point of the game. It's
Yeah.
called a gotcha game for a reason.
That's
Yeah.
the point of these games now too.
That's
Exactly.
just, like the
It's
whole
it's like a new goal that they've added on.
that makes zero sense. Like the whole point of buying a
Simulator
sport game is to have all the characters and their stats already.
Cause you're still looking at this like it was dev intended to be a sports game. It's a gotcha game that is marketed as a sports game.
Right. That's the world we live in now, Cameron. Where if a game sticks around long enough, it just kind of becomes a gotcha.
Or in EA's case, if the game is coming out within the next 6 months, it's a gotcha game.
If the game exists, it's a gotcha. Like I think the only thing they didn't do that with was Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
Fallen Order, or
they
whatever the
made
fuck.
that a selling point because they know how much it sucks that they do that, and they made it a selling point.
All right. Well,
I think Cameron's spirit has died. I think that's where we should end it.
yeah. Where can we find you, Derek?
Cameron second. Well, you're not gonna find me fucking anywhere. I'm working. But Cameron second on everything.
Deshaun, where can we find you?
Mr. Urban Buddha on Twitter and YouTube, Super Urban Buddha everywhere else.
You can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube, Twitch, and IPT Buttons on Twitter. And as always, fucking laugh at yourself. Have a good old time. You
And
guys
don't
take
buy
care.
EA games.
And don't buy EA games.